In this land, we do not keep two cocks under one roof, not because of noise, but because one must rule and the other will refuse. Listen. Before the first streak of light touches the sky, there is always a moment when night holds its breath. Inside a mud-walled enclosure, a cock stood quietly above the hens. He did not wait for doors to open. He did not wait for permission from the sun. When that fragile hour arrived, he lifted his head, inhaled deeply, and crowed, strong, certain, unchallenged. His voice filled the room and traveled beyond the walls into the compound. That sound meant order. It meant authority. It meant the day had begun. For years, nothing disturbed that rhythm, until one afternoon, another cock was brought into the compound. He was large, alert, confident. From the moment he entered the enclosure, he did not behave like a visitor. He behaved like a ruler. That night, both roosters shared the same space. The hens sensed something had changed. Silence felt heavier. Then came that thin line between night and dawn. The old cock lifted his head to crow, but before he could finish, the new cock crowed first, sharp, deliberate. The old cock answered immediately. Their voices collided in the darkness. It was no longer about waking the compound. It was about dominance. From that day, peace began to fade. Each morning, they tried to crow earlier than the other. At night, one would crow suddenly. The other would respond without delay. Challenge, response, challenge, response. The hens grew restless. Feathers began to appear on the ground. The air inside the enclosure became tense. Then one pre-dawn hour, it happened. They lunged at each other. Wings spread wide. Spurs struck. Dust filled the air. Hens scattered in panic. They fought fiercely in the darkness, neither willing to step back. By morning light, they were locked together on the ground, breathing heavily, wounded but unyielding. They had turned sound into war. They had turned the roof into a battlefield. That day, one cock was removed from the compound. The next morning, the enclosure was quiet again. Only one rooster remained. He inhaled deeply, and when dawn arrived, he crowed alone, strong, clear, unchallenged, and the compound rested once more. Because a cock's crow is not just sound, it is claim, and two kings cannot rule the same kingdom. Two cocks do not crow under the same roof. This is more than a channel. It is a circle of wisdom. If you value African folktales, financial wisdom, and inspiring Bible truths that shape the mind and strengthen the spirit, then you belong here. Subscribe, share this story, follow us across our platforms, and remember, wisdom is wealth, and those who listen closely rule wisely.